മായ കലാപഠനങ്ങളുടെയും കലാ അവതരണങ്ങളുടെയും പാരമ്പര്യത്തനിമ ചോർന്നു പോകാതെ നൂതനാശയങ്ങൾ കൈക്കൊണ്ടുകൊണ്ട് അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്ന പരിപാടികളിലാണ് വരവീണ സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് മ്യൂസിക് അത്യധികം ശ്രദ്ധ പുലർത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. 10 വർഷങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ട് ഇരിങ്ങാലക്കുടയുടെ കലാപാരമ്പര്യത്തിന്റെ ഔന്നത്യത്തിൽ എത്തിച്ചേർന്ന വരവീണ സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് മ്യൂസിക് തൃപ്പൂണിത്തുറയിലും ചുവടുറപ്പിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നു. താളവാദ്യങ്ങൾ സംഗീതത്തിലേക്ക് ലയിക്കുമ്പോഴും സംഗീതം താളവാദ്യങ്ങളിലേക്ക് ലയിപ്പിക്കപ്പെടുമ്പോഴും ആസ്വാദകർക്കുണ്ടാകുന്ന അനുഭവങ്ങൾ അന്യത്ര ലഭ്യമല്ല. ഇതുതന്നെയാണ് ലയാനുഭവം എന്ന പേരിലുള്ള ഈ പരിപാടി ഉണ്ടാകുവാനുള്ള കാരണം. ലയാനുഭവം ഒരുക്കിയിരിക്കുന്നത് 3 കാലാംശങ്ങളിലായാണ്. ആദ്യ കാലാംശത്തിൽ മൃദംഗ ചക്രവർത്തി വിദ്വാൻ പത്രി സതീഷ് കുമാർ നയിക്കുന്ന ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് സെഷനും, രണ്ടാമത്തെ കാലാംശത്തിൽ വരവീണ ഇരിങ്ങാലക്കുടയിലെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനികളുടെ ആലാപനവും, മൂന്നാമത്തെ കാലാംശത്തിൽ വിദ്വാൻ ഡോക്ടർ ശ്രീദേവ് രാജഗോപാൽ നയിക്കുന്ന കച്ചേരിയുമാണ് ഒരുക്കിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. തന്റെ മാന്ത്രിക വിരലുകൾ കൊണ്ട് മൃദംഗം എന്ന ദക്ഷിണേന്ത്യൻ താളവാദ്യത്തെ ഐതിഹാസികമായ തലത്തിലേക്ക് ഉയർത്തിക്കൊണ്ടുവന്ന യുവതലമുറയിലെ ശ്രദ്ധേയനായ കലാകാരൻ വിദ്വാൻ പത്രി സതീഷ് കുമാർ. അനായാസമായ വാദനശൈലിയും പുതുമയാർന്ന താളക്രമങ്ങളും കൊണ്ട് സംഗീത പ്രേമികളെ വിസ്മയിപ്പിക്കുന്ന മൃദംഗ ചക്രവർത്തി. കർണാടക സംഗീതത്തിന്റെ പാരമ്പര്യത്തെ നെഞ്ചോട് ചേർത്ത് വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് അതിന് ആധുനികതയുടെ നവ്യാനുഭവം പകരുന്ന ഈ വിശ്വപ്രസിദ്ധ കലാകാരന്റെ സാന്നിധ്യത്തിനായി വരവീണയുടെ 3 വർഷത്തോളമായുള്ള പ്രയത്നവും കാത്തിരിപ്പും ഇന്നീ വേദിയിൽ ധന്യമാവുകയാണ്. നാദബ്രഹ്മത്തിന്റെ ഈ ഉപാസകനെ, താളലയങ്ങളുടെ ഇതിഹാസത്തെ എല്ലാവിധ ആദരവുകളോടെയും സ്നേഹത്തോടെയും അഭിമാനപൂർവ്വം വരവീണയൊരുക്കിയ വേദിയിൽ പ്രഥമ കാലാംശമായ ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് സെഷൻ കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യുന്നതിനായി സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ പിന്തുണയ്ക്കുന്നത് മൃദംഗവാദകരായ ശ്രീ സനോജ് പൂങ്ങാട്, ശ്രീ നവീൻ മുല്ലമംഗലം എന്നിവരാണ്. ഇരുവർക്കും സ്നേഹപൂർവ്വം സ്വാഗതം. പുതിയ അനുഭവങ്ങളും അറിവുകളും സ്വാംശീകരിക്കുന്നതിനായി എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്ന ഏവർക്കും ലയാനുഭവങ്ങളിലേക്ക് സുസ്വാഗതം.
ഹലോ, ഹലോ, சார் கொஞ்சம் வால்யூம் கொடு. வால்யூம் யா ரைட், கொஞ்சம் வால்யூம் கொடுங்க. பேஸ் கட் பண்ணு. ఓకే సార్. వాయిస్ కొంచెం వాల్యూమ్. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ஹைஸ் கட் பண்ணுங்க. ஹலோ, எல்லோருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். ஹலோ, யா, எல்லோருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம். First of all, I would like to thank Varaveena Music School, Madam, and I think for all percussionists, only the microphones here will work better than here, because we rarely talk. And it gives me immense pleasure to interact with. There are so many professional musicians, senior Vidwans, and some students also. It's a great opportunity for me to express my thoughts, whatever little journey I had in my career, with the help of the total music family. What I am today is because of my parents and my gurus. And this is a journey that I have always tried to follow my legendary elders and my gurus. Please bless me with big heart. If I talk anything wrong, it's all my ignorance. And whatever little I play belongs to my elders, my gurus, and my legendary Vidwans who has inspired me all these years. By offering my pranams to them, I want to start this session. Yes, sir. Yeah.
ഹലോ, എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. ഈ ഒരു സാറിൻ്റെ കൂടെയൊരു ഇൻറ്ററാക്റ്റീവ് സെഷൻ നമ്മൾ ആലോചിച്ച് വരുമ്പോൾ സാറിനോട് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഇൻറ്ററാക്ട് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്, എന്തായിരിക്കും ഓഡിയൻസിൻ്റെ ഒരു ലെവൽ. വരവീണ ഒരു സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് മ്യൂസിക് ആണ്, പക്ഷേ ഒരു മിക്സ്ഡ് ഓഡിയൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും എന്നുള്ളൊരു പ്രതീക്ഷ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ കുറേ ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ, വിദ്യ, സനോജ് എല്ലാവരും കൂടി കുറച്ച് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ഇതായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ നമുക്ക് ആകെ 1 മണിക്കൂറാണ് സമയമുള്ളത്. 1 മണിക്കൂർ ഒരു ലെജൻഡിൻ്റെ കൂടെ വളരെ വളരെ കുറച്ച്, ഒരു ദിവസം മുഴുവൻ കൂടെ ഇരുന്നാലും മതിയാകില്ല. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് എന്നാലും നമുക്ക് 1 മണിക്കൂറിനുള്ളിൽ തീർക്കേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ സാറോട് നേരത്തെ സംസാരിച്ചപ്പോൾ സെഷൻ ഹാസ് ടു ബി മാക്സിമം ഇൻറ്ററാക്റ്റീവ് എന്ന് സാറ് പ്രത്യേകം പറഞ്ഞു. ഒരു ഓഡിയൻസ് ഇൻട്രാക്ഷൻ ഈ ഒരു സെഷൻ്റെ അവസാനമായി ഒരു സെഷൻ അല്ലാതെ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ കണക്റ്റഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ചോദ്യങ്ങളുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഓഡിയൻസിന് ചോദിക്കാം. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഒരു മൈക്ക് അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്, എപ്പോൾ വേണമെങ്കിലും ചോദിക്കാം. അങ്ങനെ ആയിരിക്കണം ഈ സെഷൻ, എന്നാലാണ് അതൊരു ഇൻഫോർമേറ്റീവ് ആവുള്ളൂ എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 1 മണിക്കൂർ നമ്മൾ കിട്ടുന്നത് ഇനി അടുത്ത 1 കൊല്ലത്തേക്കുള്ള കണ്ടന്റ് നമുക്ക് വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് കണ്ടന്റ് കിട്ടുമെന്നുള്ള പ്രതീക്ഷയിൽ നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങാം. Sir, can you start with your childhood music memories, gurus, parents, and what was their effect on your?
Sure, I'm born in 1970. The time frame many of my colleagues and my elders know, no TV era, to say precisely, and radio used to be the only medium of listening to Karnatic music outside. So we don't, I'm the youngest in my family. I'm the third child, and I have a sister who is the eldest, and then a brother. My sister used to play violin. I am born in a music family where my grandmother used to play veena, and I still remember her playing veena upright. There used to be a Vidwan in those days, Veena Venkataramanadasu of Andhra, who used to play veena half the concert like this, and then people used to, keeping upright, he used to play like this. People used to call him a magician. So, my grandmother is disciple of Ramanadasu sir, and my mother used to learn violin from Yuvaturi Vijayeshwarrao garu, who used to be one of the people used to call him gurus of legends. Like legends like Kanyakumari madam and all, their first guru is Yuvaturi Vijayeshwarrao sir. And my mother used to put me in violin because she is a violinist. But God has chosen me for mridangam. Eventually, since my brother used to learn mridangam, I used to mimic him on his aluminium potti. In the Andakalatala school, we used to carry boxes. And my brother used to go to school, and I used to mimic, when he used to learn mridangam, I used to mimic him on that school aluminium potti, with beating with right and left, which my mother, I think she saw one day, and then she thought, okay, this boy is more inclined towards mridangam, so that made my journey with mridangam. That's how I was put in mridangam. Then I had 3 gurus in my learning career. So initially I started with Ramachandramurthy sir, who used to teach my brother. So I started under him. Later he got a job, and he has to leave that town. So he put me under another guru, Swami sir. After certain years, he also got a job in Madhya Pradesh, so he had to leave the town, and he put me under. So my gurus have chosen my other gurus, not me. So that's how my tutelage, my gurus, I got a great opportunity to learn under them. Yes.
So, sir, in your early days, while learning the basic lessons, so when we hear you playing, we think of a Patri school of playing, but actually you have already said that all came from your gurus.
Yes.
So, is it possible to demonstrate the uniqueness of that bani?
Yeah.
Some basic.
I mean, there are so many versions of playing Tadhi Tomnam itself. Let it be the fingering also. Like how we use ring finger and middle finger to put nam and din. So, how my gurus taught me the ta, the way they thought, how it used to be. Because ta, dhi, tom, nam. These are the four syllables that you all know. Ta has a cut sound. Usually, many of us got used to play with left down. Yes, it can give a sound of ta, but in my school, I have been taught, since we always sit showing our right, most of the times we sit showing our right to everyone, we should start with playing ta as center of right, which is dhi in other school, like this. I could convince with this because this also has a cut sound, ta. Next comes dhi. dhi. So one on center, first one with right, ta. Then comes dhi with on left, which was dom in other schools. One right and one left over. Next, dom, both together. Then nam, universally accepted nam. Nam has no controversy, but rest ta, dhi, tom has got many variants. I don't say controversy. It has got many variants, which adds more color to music, more color to improvisation, more color to development of language. So kitatare becomes tarikita, kitataka, like that. Everything varies. That's how the language also develops.
So this is regarding the language. Anything specific to the fingering technique?
Fingering, yes. Like how fingering, when it comes to mridangam fingering, we use middle and ring finger. My school is more used to use middle finger. So our nam will be, din will be, that's how it used to be. And yes, my guru, in fact, my last Gurunadar, Narasimhan sir, used to play with ring finger because his first guru taught him with this. So later his gurus, even in those days, gurus also used to, if student is bright enough in terms of guru's knowledge, they used to leave the student with whatever finger you use, you keep going in that. This is precisely what my Gurunadar told me. After my second guru, when I went to him, he said, your knowledge of playing has nothing to do with changing the fingering.
Okay.
You are good in what you are going, so keep continuing. So he used to play with ring finger, I used to play with middle finger. In fact, Kamalakar Rao sir, whom you all know very well, Kamalakar Rao sir, who is a prime disciple of Palghat Manayar sir, used to play with the ring finger. His own son, Yogish, plays with middle finger. Since he told his father that he is comfortable playing with middle finger. So gurus used to have that openness, that acceptability. That's what made them legends.
So regarding basic lessons, so what is your advice if a student is starting with basic lessons? How he should approach when the guru is teaching him?
It depends on three things. First, every school has a definite way of presenting the art form. Some are very, especially like how when we are kids, every parent, like a parental care, every guru takes, and they strictly emphasize to see to it that the student won't do any change because of their students. They are more prone to be more ignorant. So, ukitataka, we tend to lift the thumb. Many times, many of us, we don't recognize, we don't observe. The thumb will keep. So, with little practice, they can play better than me. Okay? But what makes more important is every basic lesson is like a mantra. That's what my guru taught me. Every lesson is like a mantra. They are like a tablet. The lesson may be very small, like tatta kitataka diddhi kitataka tom tom kitataka nam nam kitataka. Student will take this mantra go home, and he has to come up with the way. He has to start looking into options of playing Kitataka. Which I told this many times, like for example, Tatta, Kitataka, Didhi, Kitataka, Tom Tom, Kitataka, Nam Nam, Kitataka. You can practice this, but did you really get it or not? There is a litmus test. There are few more lessons that we can create out of Kitataka without being in that boundary. Lesson 1 in Kitataka could be Kita Kita Kitataka, Kitataka Taka Taka. See, Kita Kita Kitataka, Kitataka Taka Taka. Kita 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 taka kita taka 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 kita 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 taka kita taka taka taka. I have not gone 1 inch out of my boundary, but I started exploring Kitataka. Lesson 2 is kita kita taka kita kita taka kita taka kita taka taka kita taka taka kita taka kita kita taka kita kita taka kita taka kita taka taka kita taka taka kita taka. I am expanding. In first line I am expanding kita. In second line I am expanding taka. Okay? See, I got 2 lessons out of Kitataka. One small mantra like Kitataka, I got 2 lessons. Now lesson 3, I can make it lesson 1 and 2 together. Kita 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 taka kita 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 taka kita kita taka kita kita taka kita taka kita taka 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 kita taka 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 kita taka taka kita taka taka kita taka kita 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 taka kita 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 taka kita kita taka kita kita taka kita taka kita taka 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 kita taka 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 kita taka taka kita taka taka kita taka. While playing this, you are exposing your fingers many times. The placement, the stroke that you apply, the fingers that keep going on and on and on, playing. The stress, the emphasis given, everything adds to your Kitataka mantra becoming stronger like a monster. If I practice just Tatta, Kitataka, Didhi, Kitataka, Tom Tom, Kitataka, Nam Nam, sir, I know this lesson for the past 15 years and still I am struggling to play Kitataka. That means you have not made that syllable mantra. When you say mantra, every note has to be explored, exploited in a proper manner. And one more lesson we can bring out. Lesson 4. So lesson 1 is kita 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 taka kita taka taka taka. Lesson 2, kita kita taka kita kita taka kita taka kita taka taka kita taka taka kita taka. Lesson 3, combination of 1 and 2. Kita 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 taka kita 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 taka kita kita taka kita kita taka kita taka kita taka 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 kita taka 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 kita taka taka kita taka taka kita taka. Now you play like a V shape. Kita 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 taka kita kita taka kita taka kita kita taka kita 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 taka kita taka 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 kita taka taka kita taka kita taka taka kita taka taka taka. See how beautifully your practice session will be more interesting rather than boring. That I commonly hear from my student, sir, 5 minutes மேல வாசிக்கிறது ரொம்ப போரிங்கா இருக்கு sir. Yes, you made it boring. There are so many interesting things if you go inside. Okay, kita 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 taka kita 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 taka kita kita taka kita taka kita kita taka kita 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 taka. Okay? That's how you can, out of one Kitataka you can make this. There is Takadina. There are so many. Tarikita, Gugunana. Any number of 4-letter words, we can make it more interesting by practicing. Now, we can ask many Vidwans also to practice this, which will enable them to go to create more music. That's it.
So you talked about three things. One is the bani.
Yeah.
And the other two, can you explain?
The other two. One is the bani, the guru's influence, which is very, very required to every student. It is like following your father, looking at your parents. That every child does, which is very important. The second thing, what you learn in school, apart from subjects, like that, what you learn, apart from these lessons, you need to observe concerts, how in today's technological era, every one of us is bitten by technology, fortunately or unfortunately. So we have to put up with that. So much of music is going around. So how to differentiate between, there is nothing called bad music. How to differentiate between good music and great music. That is the key in every student's life, finding what to learn. By observing, we keep watching everything like a TV serial or like a movie, we keep watching everything on phone. Now everything became video, yes, where we miss so many details. So many details. We used to, in those days, because lack of video, we used to listen through radio. We used to think, oh, this syllable could be like this. We used to try and come up with some other thing. For example, if you listen in radio, what kind of, whether they played or whether they played. So you need to go to that detailing is very tough, used to be very tough. So we used to get both. Whether this or that, in that doubtful practice, we used to get, oh, let me get this and that. Okay? So we used to try for one and get two. Today, because of video, everything is very visible, but the emphasis, what kind of combination they are giving with the left side is what makes the language very, very beautiful. So where am I giving that emphasis with the left? Okay? This is how I have been taught this soul. So, how to apply it in a concert? It is all about application, your mindset. The third one I am telling. Your own understanding of how beautifully you want to make. When it comes to you, you have been given a space. How beautifully you will arrange, or you have been given so many flowers. How beautifully you arrange a bouquet with your own taste. That your own, it should come from, it should have the amalgamation of your guru, your observations, and your current generation thought process. Like how we all talk about Gen Z. Yeah. So today when I perform, I should have that thought process of what makes Gen Z connect with me, with my music. Rather than telling, there are two ways of looking at it. I'll be what I am. Let them connect or not, I don't care. That is also correct. That is also correct. I don't say anything wrong. That is also correct. You being what you are is true to yourself is correct. But you being true to yourself along with what is the requirement of the current generation. That's what made Manayar sir god of Mridangam in those days, from those days till today. He made the revolutionary way of playing the revolutionary way of thought process. Because prior to Manayar sir, whatever little knowledge I got from my elders, my seniors, the concept of playing corways was not that intense. That's what I have been taught. I may be wrong, I am not sure. But that's what even Murthy sir or Umyalpuram sir, legends like Raghu sir, they all said what made Manayar sir different from others is that thought process, which can happen any day, any time of the journey. That's it.
So you mentioned about listening to a corway. Like there can be a great
corway.
Yeah.
So is it the beauty, the structure of the corway, or what are the parameters that you look for when you're telling to a student,
especially for a student?
Yeah, there are two parameters that I take. One, my own parameter. Second, student's digestive parameter. A great corway, when it goes to a student level, he may not feel that greatness. But a simple corway, he may say, ha 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 ha, because he is comfortable in telling that. That's what makes him ha 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 ha. Because the corway that if the corway is tough, it may not make him feel good at that point of time. So I should think, when I teach, the parameter should be the kid's digestive level. We should teach like a mother to a kid. How thoughtfully every mother feed their children at every age group. How beautifully they understand their child. The guru should also understand the ability of the student, give him little tough work which is more interesting, that invites him to practice and get it. That hunger, the practice should bring in hunger to practice. The course should be also presented that way. Yes.
So you mentioned about the first part, which is the bani, which will the school, which is going to set the basic.
Yeah.
So in the earlier days, we only listen to the guru, we go to the classes. But nowadays, even as the child is growing, let's say first 5 years, he is listening to so many banis.
Yeah.
Because in YouTube, we get a lot of banis.
Yeah.
So is it a disadvantage for a starting kid? Because he's diverted?
It's how you look at. It's like a gun, where you use, how you use, at what level you use. Because, yes, there is something called overexposure. Once you put mridangam, best mridangam, you get all legendary players playing their best of the best. But for a kid, it is like looking at doing MBA when he is in second grade. He doesn't need to look at MBA books. He should have the aim to do MBA after a certain age. But that is the one problem. I don't say problem. This is where the role of guru, parents, everyone, they all should be little careful. It is like when we send our kid to a school, how careful we as parents and they as school teachers are. How they both come together in shaping up a child. You don't leave your child to, my child is going to a school, so I don't need to worry. No, you never say that. Yet you take so much care, you keep inquiring what he has been taught in the school, and you will be nurturing your own knowledge. In music, you may not have that knowledge, but yet you can be little. If you give an expression that, oh, my parents knows this, the student will tend to be more straight. If they know, oh, my parents doesn't know anything, whatever I do, they say yes, then that gives them little, that advantage, they take it more to their disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like something different. I've seen you playing like 20 years back, but now I can see the style of playing has
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
Is it like
okay.
yeah, it's changed. So are you also getting influence with the artist you are accompanying, or is it like the audio system that makes your style of playing different? The technology is also changed. The artists are changing.
Yeah, because our grandparents never used cell phones. Today we are forced to learn cell phone. They never gave any email, they never sent any email. Today if you want, you need to know at least, whether you are sending mail or not, you need to know there is something like this, something like this. In the same manner, in a journey of hundreds of concerts, you tend to get attracted to some kind of, some kind of music will attract you. And with that attraction, when you try out, something new will come. When people are calling you, that itself says that you are on right track. No one knows what is right or what is wrong. Everyone is good. After some time, every student who has put up 15 to 20 years of serious music training are fantastic in their basics. They can be great gurus, they can be fantastic musicians. But what differs? When I present music, there should be takers. That's when, and you don't need to play for galleries, but you need to play for the quality control things. In every concert, say you are playing for galleries, but the musicians who attend the concert should leave the auditorium with a feel that, oh, there is a good going in this boy. There is something that is good from this concert. They should leave the venue with that kind of mindset. That will enable you to go further. That's it.
So, do you recommend any exercises to regarding Kala Pramanam? So, this is not only for Mridangam students, for musicians as well, to stabilize their Kala Pramanam. Is there...
Stabilizing Kala Pramanam used to be very simple in those days, because no metronomes. Without metronomes, people used to have simple life, simple problems. Problems used to be simple. Today we say any tune, 440, 420, 430, these number game came in our life. So play 100 BPM, 90 BPM, 80 BPM. This is causing big problem. But yes, you need a referral for everything that we do. We are learning all westernized way of learning systems. We have been imposed all westernized way of learning systems, wherein the Kala Pramanam also they gave with a BPM, something called BPM, which was not there in those days. In fact, I used to practice looking at wall clock, because that is the only laya keeping. So since wall clock cannot speed up, I have to speed in terms of nadais. From Chaturashram to Khandam, I have to go. Takadina, takadina, takadimi, 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 takadimi. Since I can't increase this speed, I have to go. So it used to be very challenging and very interesting and it helped me a lot, because that is constant. Today what we do, we keep increasing this speed also. Understand? So, takadimi, 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 takadimi. If I go faster, takadimi, 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 takadimi. Always I am going with takadimi only. Don't do that. You can keep one and try to do nadai speed, wherein your laya will become much more stronger. Your Kala Pramanam also will be decided very, very, very clearly. You get a cutthroat way of presenting Kala Pramanam, rather than increasing 82, 82, 85, 86. Every time you are stuck with that takadimi, takadimi, takadimi. Chaturashram only. So this is one way of, I keep telling my students, don't increase the speed of the metronome, Rather, keep it constant. You increase your speed by playing nadais, so that you will understand the nadai progression also, how it is going. Yeah.
Regarding accompanying a concert.
Oh my God.
Can you?
You have opened
Yeah.
another great window. Yeah, accompaniment, yeah, it's an ocean, and for some accompaniment, there are two ways of looking at it: playing sarvalagu accompaniment and playing accompaniment. These two are the difference. Because this word has been used left and right, the sarvalagu. If I play sarvalagu, I am a good mridangist. If I am not playing sarvalagu, I am a bad mridangist. I don't know who brought this kind of mindset. Basically, if you are in laya, there are only two versions: swaram, apaswaram, laya, avalaya. In the sarvalagu can be very tricky. You can attribute to anything and everything and get away with that. But yes, for a simple, basic thing, sarvalagu is very comfortable. It's a comfort zone. But to a professional zone, playing sarvalagu just doesn't mean anything. The combination, the beauty of using right and left, how well you use, and what kind of combinations you use is what matters. And with what all instruments you are using while accompaniment, playing with flute, playing with veena, playing with mandolin, playing with saxophone, every instrument differs because it demands, every instrumental has their own way of playing, their own way of instrumental advantage they take. Whereas you are playing mridangam to everything. You are applying the same instrument to apply things, so the application has to be very different. It can't be the same. I keep playing everything the same manner, it may not suit. Because a kriti rendered, for example, any kriti, let's say Bhairavi Swarajati. Swarajati, when you sing, your playing has to be different. When you are playing with a veena or flute, will be very different from a saxophone and a mandolin. Because the gamakas that they use will be very different and very difficult in saxophone. So they go with more podi notes. It could be same Bhairavi Swarajati, but they are expressing it more instrumental way. You need to understand that. Okay? So, it is a learning process. It is like, what to say? We all know Pancharatna Kritis. But playing for Pancharatnam in a very, there are two ways of accompanying Pancharatnams. One is play exactly. That everyone does. But there is what kind of beautification you can add to Pancharatnam through your instrument. That makes all the difference. Understand? That's it. I say that is a good example to make people understand. Yeah.
ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പ്ലീസ്.
Yes. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaskaram, sir. Sir, I am myself Varun, and I am a student of Mridangam. I have been learning from Nandan sir for past 10 years. Actually, Actually, I had met you in Purandaradasa Aradhana in
I know.
Trivandrum.
Yes.
Sir, I would like to know what's the secret of your gumki, because it's something unique. When I first heard you in Thrissur too, so how do you play gumki, and how should we as students practice gumki to make it better, sir?
Okay. I'll tell you, before that, long time back, I got a email. Somebody from some part of the globe has written one email to me. When I opened, "Dear sir, I'm your fan. I always see your videos, only you always show your right hand. Please release, I can play exactly like you. Please release one video with your gumki so that I can play like you." For that I replied, "You can play better than me. What I do, nothing but I fold my finger and I push front and back. That's it." He said, "Thank you, sir. Okay, I'll get back to you." This he has written some 17 or 18 years back. Till today he has not come back. Okay. Now coming back to gumki. See, gumki is all about taste. We formally start gumki. It is like you formally start mridangam and get in love with the instrument, isn't it? So that love and passion will enable you to get some things. Gumki is one major thing. So even in lessons, we need to have some lessons with gumki. Not exposing the kid at the time of accompaniment on stage. No, that is too late for a kid to understand what is the beauty. To understand beauty of gumki, you need to have some lessons, certain lessons or certain sulkal to play only with gumki. That enables you to. And main thing, what you asked, see, in our brain, people say whatever we do with our right hand, our left brain has to suggest. Whatever we do with left, the right brain has to suggest. That's what people say. So, how individually you develop your right and left. So, like how you add left to right. Have you ever tried right to left? Huh?
No, sir.
You did?
No, I haven't tried, sir.
You need to try that. So, this I found out very interesting. When you play with a drummer, you will understand the importance of it. Okay? Because every syllable comes with a basic rhythm on left. So try to understand the importance of adding left. I always feel adding left to right is it should be like a fuel to the fire. Oh my God. You should feel, oh my God. Okay? So that's how, even if you listen to all, the secret of all legends, they have common secrets, like a James Bond. They have a common secrets. They make you wow factor with their left. Okay? So you need to understand where we are giving what kind of stress. Once you get that, you start improvising on your left. You need to work little more on left. That's what makes us, we normally give second place to left, give top priority to right. Meat, chop, we are more worried about this, leaving this all the time, because no one can see, including us. Okay, but that is not the truth. It is actually, you can create only few notes on right, but you can create more notes all saptaswaras, even more notes with your left. So how much value you give to left will allow you to play that beautifully. It's like giving importance to your better half.
Thank you, sir.
That's it. Sir.
Actually, one question I would like to ask is: have you listened to the playings of both the great two maestros, Palgad Maniyar, you already made a reference to, Palani Subramaniya Pillai? What's the difference between the performance techniques and the aesthetics of performance of both these maestros? Because from the practitioner's point of view, because as prakshakas, as persons who are listening to it, that's a different perception. But a practitioner who has listened to it will have more clues into it. That's why I'm raising this question.
Maniyar sir is more, for me, looks like a tsunami. He is more like, he comes like a, he comes like a bombardier and put a bomb on you. Like அந்த உத்ருத்தம்னு சொல்லுவான். அந்த ஒரு சொல்லு வாசிச்சாருன்னா தடால்னு வரும். மணியர் சார் அண்ட் இவரது வந்து ஸ்லோ லைக் எ டேக் ஆஃப், ஃப்ளைட் டேக் ஆஃப் மாதிரி இருக்கும் பழனி சார்து. மொள்ளமா ஆஹா ஆஹா இப்படி போயிட்டே இருக்கும். அண்ட் ஹீ வில் கிரியேட், ஹீல் end up with a tsunami with his more beautification of presentation. And also it depends on, even Maniyar sir was timing, all about timing. No one can beat Maniyar sir in his timing. Oh my God. Because that's where he could bring out claps even without accompanying for 10 minutes. With one chop he used to bring claps. That is the kind of timing he had, which no other musician had, to my knowledge. But Palani sir, it is like pampering a kid. It is not like dhad. It is like pampering a kid. Vakana, mallama, comforting him and making him feel good, and then making him, giving him more comfort, and then he will put the bomb.
An allied question about Trichy Shankaran, who is a disciple of Subramaniya Pillai. What about his playing of the mridangam? Is it directly related to what his guru played, or it's actually different based on the time also?
There are two versions, sir. One my version inside, one I speak out version outside. Which one you want?
Both?
Both? No, I'll tell one version which I speak out.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, the one in within I'll tell when we meet in person.
Right, yeah, sure.
But more like, see sir, legends, they, especially Palgad Maniyar sir and Palani sir, they are one and only type. Those who followed them have become greats, no doubt in their music. But they became great with their own way of playing, if you observe. Because every legend can be one and only. That is what music has proved. In the same way, Shankaran sir has got a typical way of the tone of Palani sir.
Okay.
But he has his own way of rendering and playing the way. But the gumiki part, Palani sir's gumiki was out of the world.
Okay.
Whereas Shankaran sir's gumiki was fantastic, phenomenal, fabulous, I can say. He is no way lesser.
Yeah.
But Palani sir's was out of the world.
Oh, out of, yeah. Non-worldly.
Yeah.
And just small question, last question. When it comes to saxophone, like Kadri, who was the legend of saxophone.
Yes.
Usually when saxophone is played, I haven't heard much of the Vilampita Kala.
Yeah.
It's in the mid-tempo and the fast tempo.
Yeah.
So accompanying saxophone on the mridangam,
Yes.
so what kind of complexity do you face, or what kind of approach you
Sir. So when we encounter like a Bhairav Swarajiti, like how I said, being a mridangist, he can't play slow speed. That instrument demands little medium and high speed.
Right.
So it is our responsibility to keep the kala pramanam, keeping that slow tempo, giving them the little comfort of slower speed, the feel of.
Okay.
So if we also start playing male kalam, it won't match, it won't gel.
No, not at all.
So they expect their partners to take that responsibility of showing that kala pramanam, which we can do that.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. I have
Thank you.
so many questions, but I just
Sure, sir. Sure.
restrict myself and give it to others who are interested in asking questions.
Any more questions? So one last question from my side. So when we start the tani, after the kriti has ended, does your plan of tani affect that? Is based on the emotion of that tani?
That
how do you
happens
plan?
naturally with every Vidwan, sir. Every mridangist. I have not seen one mridangist playing something unrelated. Though some may talk, every mridangist plays on a whole. It will be a continuation, it will be somewhat related. Yeah, because you can't go out of the context. Yeah. It will be the effect of that. But many times nowadays we end up with surprises. Okay, in many Taniyavartanams. Gone are the days where, this generation is more like, we like surprises, rather close to shockings. Yeah. So if we are able to take that shocking as surprise, you are successful. If you take that surprise as shocking, you are a failure. That's the difference. Yes.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Just one question.
Yeah.
Is there any difference between this gati and nadai, or both are same? How you can explain?
Okay. Gati nadai. Yeah. The usage of language. Okay. Usage of language. Like how, as I told you, tadhi tomnam has different expressions. Yes, I do have a specific way of putting an end to this discussion of gati, jati, nadai. Because you need to draw a line at some point of time. Because when I was young, like 4 or 5, I started then my guru. What is jati, gati, nadai? Now I am little older than that, but still even today the discussion will keep going on. So I made up my mind, let me not get into that discussion, rather by coming to a conclusion. What is jati for me? What is gati for me? What is nadai for me? I draw my lines because I don't want to, it is nothing to discuss or debate. It is about coming to conclusions. At one point of our life, we have to come to conclusion. There is retirement for everything, na? But this jati, gati, nadai, it is never retired. It keeps on going on. So, for me, there are two things that we do when we play or when we recite mridangam. One, putting talam. Two, either recite or play mridangam. These two things happen, na? When everyone plays, somebody will be putting talam, somebody will be playing mridangam. So, some names I attributed to talam, some names I kept for playing. In that, jati, gati, I gave it to talam. Because of my childhood exposure to 35 talas to 175 talas, they said jati bhedam and gati bhedam. That's how I have been taught. So I attribute jati, gati to talam, not to what I play. It has nothing to do, for me, for Patri, it has nothing to do with playing mridangam at all. Jati, gati, for me, I attribute to talam. Now, there is another jati, nadai. They are pending now. Let us come to that. What I play has not jati but jati. It is like a spelling that we misinterpret R-A-M-A. If it is male, we call Rama. If it is female, we call it Rama. J-A-T-H-I can be called as jati. If it is talam, it is jati when I play. So I don't have jati when I play. I have jati and nadai. Because this jati, mridangam itself came out of dance. This instrument has developed everything out of dance. Whether it is Shiva Tandava or later years. It is made and it is played to be one of the part of dance. Even today, if you observe, jati amayippanada solluva. They don't say jati. Jati amayippa. I think you all might have heard that. Jati. Na jati solren sir. Jati. Nattuvangan solravanu jati da solluva. Jati solren sollamata. So what I play is jati and nadai, not gati. Okay? That's how I defined and I declared. Okay? Those students of mine, I don't want them to ask me anymore because I clearly defined it and I made them satisfied. Okay? Otherwise, we keep contemplating for years together. Okay? So for me, I am reiterating, for me, talam, jati, okay, which is lagu sambandham, and gati, which is tala sambandham. Like this. And what I say is jati and nadai. So if I say ta dim dim na, taka dim dim na, tarikita dim na, dim na, chaturasra jati tripudatalam, chaturasra gati, chaturasra jati, chaturasra nadai. Let me give you another example. Dim dim na, taka dim na, kanana dim na, kanana dim na, kanana dim na. This is chaturasra jati tripudatalam, trishra gati. Chaturasra nadai, trishra jati. Try to understand. Trishra jati, because dim na, tarakita dim na, tarakita dim na, takita dim. But chaturasra nadai da, taka. If it is trishra gati, takita dim, takita. If it is khanda nadai, understand? Okay? Hope I am little clear. Or did I confuse you further? So this is how I treat. From my eyes, my point of view, this is how I present. This is where I brought it Gajana, the Gati, Jati, Nadai concept. Yes, sir. Any other doubt? Yes.
Sir, we know you have introduced a path blending both Hindustani and Karnatic music. So could you just do a small session here, just showing the differences?
Pardon? I didn't get.
Like the main difference between Hindustani and Carnatic music on Mridanga. Just show us a small demo, main difference.
Okay. The difference between Hindustani and Carnatic to show.
Yes. Just a small, you can if you can play for us.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. The main thing which I observed If we play nadim, naka nadim, namdarkida, they don't have that. Nanak ding, ding, nadim, ding. இப்படிதான் இருக்கு தவிர they don't have such kind of expression. It is very original mridangam expression. Very royal or dignified way of presenting this. I am not demeaning that. But they don't, on tabla, they can't play. They can't play that. Okay? So in the same way, they have certain positives. Okay? Which we may not be able to adapt the exact way, but we should be intelligent. We should be intelligent in not going in their territory, like how they do. So you should never go with others' strength. Try to understand. When you are playing with another genre, like drummer, you are playing with a drummer. Don't play drumming kind of thing with him because he can kill you in a split second. So there are two ways of looking at it. You need to be either very strong, especially when I play with tawil, they suddenly shift to left. Unless you are trained, better don't go with. Since they went to left, let me go to left, and you are Kali. So you should never go unless you are trained. So this is where the experience of your training should enable you to join them with. So, for example, when I go with a drummer, so he has 2 legs, 2 hands and 20 items. Whereas I have literally 8 fingers. I don't play with thumbs, na? So I have only 8 fingers. Within these 2 are very small, very little, very weak. So I play with 6 fingers and 2 sides. That is my. But how to encounter? So. How you can slowly make him join you. So you can make him feel that you are also trying in his way. So let him come inside, then start class. So you should know the art of allowing them rather than being very strict to na idida vaashipen neenga adu mattum vaashinga appadi illa. So when I play with tabla, I should try to play with gumki. I start off with gumki, but in a more mridangam way. More mridangam way. Okay? Which is very rare for them. This is a trump card for every mridangist. I don't think any mridangist has ever crossed without playing this. So this is a trump card for mridangam. It is an open successful statement. You can start off any tani avartanam or with anybody, you can start off and get a ballet. Very easy way to get a ballet. Idu vaashodane ellaru they connect their gurus, they connect their personal concerts, they connect the future. Oh, our future is in safe hands. Even the old people, they all legendary musicians, they accept you as what you are. Just by playing this, nothing else. line vaascha, you already passed the exam. இதுக்கப்புறமா என்ன வேணாலும் வாசிங்க, பரவாயில்லை. See, these are the techniques. When I play with, say, a legendary musician like T.V. Gopalakrishnan sir, he himself is a legend in Mridangam also. That gives me even more added pressure. So to make him happy, what should I do? Play simple, play straight. They love it to the core. They enjoy your music to the core. Because they don't see the present. They see Mridangam future in you. Through you, they see the future. That's what makes them you favorite Mridangist for them. Not by playing a Kanakku where they struggle, you struggle. No. Don't ever do such things. Simple things gives maximum effect in music. That's it. Thank you. Yeah.
ഇനി ചോദ്യങ്ങളുണ്ടോ? നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത പരിപാടിയിലേക്ക് കടക്കേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. നിർത്താം. ഓക്കെ സർ, എനി closing thoughts, advice to students, no, especially those who are...
Closing thoughts to
advice.
In Kerala, you want me to say closing thoughts? No. Keep going. Keep calling. That's it. Sir? Okay, sir. Thank you. Now, like all of you, I am also eagerly waiting to listen to our artist of the day. Thank you.
താങ്ക് യു സാർ. പേഴ്സണലി ഞാൻ സാറിനെ ദൂരെ നിന്ന് കണ്ട് ആസ്വദിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ദിവസങ്ങളേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇന്നാണ് ആദ്യമായിട്ട് 3:30 തൊട്ട് സാറിൻ്റെ കൂടെയാണ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് ബീൻ എ ബ്ലെസ്സിങ് ഫോർ മീ പേഴ്സണലി. താങ്ക് യു ഫോർ ഓൾ അറ്റൻഡിങ്. താങ്ക്സ്.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks to Madam for giving me such wonderful opportunity. Of course, I was a little skeptical because to talk in front of my most favorite audience is always tough. That too with Vidwans and legends being present here. Please bless me if I talk anything wrong or any negative feelings if you get. Please excuse me. Namaskaram.
പാട്ടിന് എങ്ങനെ മൃദംഗം വായിക്കാമെന്ന് ഇത്രയും വ്യക്തമായും കൃത്യതയോടെയും സംവേദനം ചെയ്യുവാൻ യുവതലമുറയിൽ വിദ്വാൻ പത്രി സതീഷ് കുമാറിനോളം അനുയോജ്യനായ ഒരു പ്രതിഭ ഇല്ലെന്ന് തന്നെ പറയാം. ഇന്നത്തെ വളർന്നുവരുന്ന കലാപ്രണേതാക്കൾക്ക് അങ്ങയുടെ അനുഭവ സമ്പത്തിൽ നിന്നും സ്വായത്തമാക്കിയ അറിവുകൾ പകർന്നു നൽകിയതിന് ഹൃദയപൂർവ്വം നന്ദി. വേദിയിൽ പിന്തുണച്ച ശ്രീ സനോജ് പൂങ്ങാട്, ശ്രീ നവീൻ മുല്ലമംഗലം ഇരുവർക്കും ഏറെ നന്ദി. ഇന്ററാക്റ്റീവ് സെഷൻ സജീവമാക്കുവാൻ സദസ്സിൽ നിന്നും മുന്നോട്ട് വന്ന കലാകുതുകികൾക്കും ഹൃദയപൂർവ്വം നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. പ്രഥമ കാലാംശം ഇവിടെ പൂർണ്ണമാകുന്നു. ദ്വിതീയ കാലാംശത്തിനായി വേദി ഒരുങ്ങുന്നതുവരെ ഒരു ചെറിയ ഇടവേള. ആ സമയത്ത് ഏവർക്കുമായുള്ള ചായ